Hello, students. This is Rahul, and today I am going to discuss one of the topics from your syllabus, that is eugenics. Eugenics is one of the most controversial topics of biology as well as sociology. It is being studied in different perspectives, but because this is in your syllabus of zoology, so here we will discuss in the context of genetics only. So let us proceed with the discussions on eugenics. Before beginning our proper discussion on eugenics, let me make you remember one of the incidences of modern history, which dates back to the time of World War II, when Hitler he followed and tried to spread an ideology of ethnic cleansing, where non-Germans like Jews, they were persecuted badly in Germany for being outside of the Germany. He considered Germans as the superior race and people who didn't belong to Germany as inferiors, including Jews. So now let us see what is eugenics with this example. The term eugenic comes from the Greek word eugen. Eu means well and genos means born. The term refers to improving the race by bearing of healthy offspring. Eugenics is the science that deals with all influences that improve the inborn quality of the human race, particularly through the control of hereditary factors. A eugenic program is a public policy structure designed to have its effect on gene frequencies in whole population. Again, I would like to mention the same example which dates back to the time of Hitler. He tried to um, segregate the couples like male and females from his country by considering some traits superior and some inferior, and he led those couples to reproduce. He believed that by doing so, the offsprings produced will be superior and they will be the proud citizens of the Germany. Now let us see about history of eugenics. The formal study and application of eugenics as we know it today was founded by Sir Francis Galton, who first used the term eugenics in 1883 to describe the science for the biological improvement of the human race. Galton was convinced that a wide range of human physical, mental, and moral traits were inherited. He therefore reasoned that progress of the human race depended on improving the selective transmission of the population hereditary endowment to future generations. But he was unaware of the fact that by discovering such a concept, he is paving a way for the worldwide discrimination against specific. Further, eugenics has been divided into two broader categories, that is negative eugenics and positive eugenics. Negative eugenics is a systematic effort, whether decisional or programmatic, to minimize the transmission of genes that are considered deleterious, and positive eugenics is the systematic effort, whether decisional or programmatic, to maximize the transmission of genes that are considered desirable. So in simple terms, negative eugenics means to stop a faulty gene to transmit by checking the reproduction among individuals showing some kind of negative traits, and positive eugenics refers to promoting the heredity and passage of positive characters or favorable characters or superior characters to future generation by encouraging such individuals to reproduce or propagate. And that is relative is genocide, which is the deliberate extermination of an entire human ethnic, political, or cultural group, as done by Hitler, as I mentioned already. So he followed an approach of negative eugenics in case of Jews and positive eugenics in case of Germans. Here on the right side, you can see one image that has been taken from a clip from a news which reads, release the stranglehold of hereditary disease and unfitness. So it is an example of negative eugenics. The discussion of eugenics would be incomplete without discussing few examples. As we have already understood the concept of eugenics, let us see few case studies. One of the most important examples of eugenics from India is the Hindu marriage system, where the bride and groom they select each other based on superior traits. The second example is the family planning in India. Uh, in contemporary history, there is an incidence where the forceful sterilization was imposed to control the population of India. This is also an example of eugenics. And in the upper right picture, you can see one of the illustration which depicts such an approach. It was not only in India but also in developed country that forceful sterilization was imposed, including Germany during the time of Hitler. The concept of designer babies, where the babies are developed by putting specific traits, superior traits in that baby, in that individual's genetic makeup. This is also an example of eugenics. And also you can see in the middle lower diagram, this is an image of a concentration camp where the non-German Jews, means they were German actually, but they were considered non-native. So these Jews were persecuted in the concentration camp, considering themselves by Jews as inferior races. So this is also an example of eugenics, negative eugenics in fact. So these are the few case studies. So you should not note down each and every examples I just cited. It will increase your weightage of answer when you would write in the examination. Now let us see the concluding part. Now as a conclusion, I would like to discuss one data from India, which is from Population Research Institute. That is 1 in 3 Indian women has been sterilized in India. But out of these, 1/3 didn't give their informed consent. That is, they were sterilized without their permission. So this is kind of thing where eugenics is applied and the fundamental rights of an individual is violated. So these things should be taken into consideration by the government, and the law should be for every individuals. It should be equal for every individuals, and it should not compromise anyone's fundamental right. So with these words, I would like to conclude today's lesson. If you have any question, any doubt, you can freely write to me on my email ID, that is livelycolors@gmail.com or livelycolors@gmail.com, or else you can also comment in the comment section of the video. Thank you very much.